Pisces, welcome to your September reading. I'm really sorry that this has taken so long to get out. I've actually been sick recently, and so yeah, just life, unfortunately, it gets in the way sometimes. Apologies also, it's raining really heavily here today, so if you hear lots of noise in the background, that's just the rain. I can't do much about that. So I've got a full spread for you guys today that I've created, so I'm going to pull out all the cards first. So if you want to jump ahead a couple of minutes, I highly recommend it if you don't want to watch me shuffling. So I hope you guys are doing well. How are you, Pisces? Feel free to leave a comment and update me on what's going on with you. Okay, right off the bat, we've got some challenging energy that's coming out. That's so funny. I could see in the camera reflection the last two times I've shuffled that the Empress has been on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Right, just about there, guys. Just pulling some final theme/advice cards for you. And then we'll dive in. Okay, interesting. So we've got some really difficult reading energy that's come out here, and then we've got some really positive energy that's come out here. So, and a lot of rainbow energy down here too. So I do think that there's a lot of divine help and divine assistance that's around you this month for you to access. So anyway, let's dive in. So over here, this is the work position. So for many of you this month, I feel like you're dealing with someone deceitful in your work environment. And there's something going down in relation to that because we do have the Judgment card. So this some kind of betrayal in the workplace, or some sort of deceit, or something maybe coming to light regarding that this month. It's funny, I do actually have a feeling like a couple of months ago your reading, Pisces, was something about like a workplace mystery. I'll try and link that reading to this one in case you haven't seen it, but I do remember that really clearly because it was a really unusual reading, and it indicated that there was some sort of deceit going on in a workplace environment, like even something like illegal, something, it was a really interesting reading. I'll just link it, but that may very much, this energy may very much be related to that, a continuation of that, where this is now coming to light. Moving over here to the home environment, there's something in your home environment that's making you feel trapped this month, but we have the Eight of Wands next to it, which is upright, which is good, because there may be some sort of unlocking of something or some sort of breakthrough related to your home life this month that enables things to move forward or enables communication to take place, that hopefully will help shift this energy for you. And I do think that it possibly actually will, because up here in the unexpected, we've got pathway. So this indicates perhaps having to make a choice, or it also can indicate that you've been on a really long journey regarding something. And that's clarified by the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands for me is just a home life card, a stability, a security card. So you may have been trying to create something for a really long time in your home life, in your relationships, to give you security. And yeah, I do see that something should move forward or start to move forward, or the communication starts to flow regarding this month. Yeah, or you have a decision to make in relation to this that could enable you to move forward, even if it's in a slightly different direction, perhaps, to what you anticipated. We may pull some more clarifiers on this at the end. Now, down here in your role this month, we've got community and the Three of Swords. So but this is your role this month, so it's almost like you may have to break someone's heart this month. It seems like a really weird message, but maybe in order to free yourself from a situation that you have felt really trapped in regarding your home life, regarding the people that you live with, or regarding your family, friends, partner, you may have to disappoint these people. You may have to break away from them, and trigger some sort of loss for them in order to get what you need. And in the likely outcome position, we've got toil and labor. So this is a card of working really hard, but doing something like you're not enjoying. Like, this card is, so all these cards are the Victorian kind of scenes. So this card was like that card of like child slavery. It was those cards of people working really, really hard in the factories at the beginning of the kind of industrial age, you know, working in dangerous, crowded, unpleasant conditions. It was not the energy of like, doing something you love for work or getting well compensated. And then we've got the Page of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, this may be related to your work situation. And for some of you, this may be related to this home life situation. But there's definitely a lack of satisfaction with the Page of Cups in reverse. Possibly too, a lack of honesty, and possibly also a lack of, there may be someone that needs to give an apology for something, and they're withholding it. You know, the Page of Cups with the fish in it, in this deck, I always see that generally as an apology. And yeah, they may be withholding it. I do get the sense that there's going to be two different groups of you guys watching this. I think for some of you, it's going to be the workplace message that's going to resonate. And for you guys, this is a continuation of that. I think it's the July reading. For Pisces, it's the one called Workplace Mystery. And for others of you, I think this is related to your family, friends, partner, people that you live with. I definitely think I'm pulling two separate stories, but it's the same kind of energy. It's just different context for you guys. Does that make sense? So anyway, I think at the end of this month, there's still going to be a sense of dissatisfaction. I still think that this energy is going to be unresolved and you're still working through it. And just before this, I just did Aquarius's reading. And they actually had some of the same cards as you guys have. Their story was a bit different. But it was the same for them. It was like there were happy kind of promises, which I'll get to in a second for you guys, potential to move out of a difficult energy into a much more happy energy. But the message was the same for them in terms of this is going to be a work in progress, and by the end of this month you're not likely to be in that new energy yet. And look, I wouldn't be too discouraged about that, guys. I mean, obviously, sometimes it can be difficult to hear messages like this, but just be aware that there's a lot of planetary stuff at the moment. We've got Mars retrograde in Aries, so that's sort of a real slowing down of energy. It's a time more for making plans, but not necessarily acting on them. So we've just got some planetary things that are still kind of slowing us down at the moment. It doesn't mean that you can't make progress. I certainly see that you are actually making progress here. But yeah, you may not get the full manifestation of all your hard work yet by the end of this month anyway. But definitely it looks like you're on track to a much more positive vibration. And the reason I say that is we've got these three cards down here, which are all gloriously beautiful energy. This is such amazing energy. So we've got, and they're all upright, so it's beautiful. So we've got daughter, personal healing and happiness. We've got woman holding a heart, and we've got happy family. And so if I put these two cards together, it's 444. And then we've got the Four of Wands up here. So there's a lot of four energy, which is really beautiful. Because four is like stability, it's security, it's an energy of like a lot of angelic and ascended masters support. And we've got the rainbows here. Like rainbows for me are always like God's promises for you are coming true, even if you're not seeing the manifestation yet. It's a sign that the manifestation is on its way, that you are entering, that your dreams will come true, can come true, that happiness is on its way. And we've got rainbows in both of these cards. So there's really beautiful happiness energy, love energy, more happiness energy, healing energy. So regardless of whether this is your family and friendship and community and love partnership energy, or regardless of whether this is a workplace situation. So if this is a workplace situation, this is really just saying to me that, like, hang in there. There's some stuff going down with your work for some of you, for sure, with the Judgment and the False Person card. But this is going to lead to healing, it's going to lead to happiness, and it's going to lead to emotional fulfillment. How that plays out and exactly when that plays out, we still don't know yet, but definitely that energy is here for you. This is such an energy of like divine protection. But I just really quickly want to come back to this role energy, because this is saying this month that you are going to have to, or the advice of the role for you to take this month is to kind of be true to yourself. And that is going to involve disappointing some people. So it may be, if the community is your workplace and your workplace colleagues, you may have to set some boundaries with them. You may have to say some things that are unpopular. And that may really disappoint some people. And if this is your family or your friends or it's weird. I actually want to get a few more clarification messages just on this Three of Swords and community, because it's coming up as like this is the energy, this is the role you need to take on, this is the energy you need to embody. What do we have here? Scales, keep your life in balance. So yeah, I just think you may have been overgiving to other people. You may have been trying to keep the peace in your workplace environment. You may have been trying to keep the peace in your home life, your family life. And this is saying, in order to keep yourself in balance, you're gonna have to disappoint some people this month. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, that's that same as that false person energy. Tell me more. Broom, new home, new attitude. So for some of you, this may be you end a relationship, you move out of where you're living, and move somewhere new. You may find a new job that's going to bring in a much more happier energy for you. It may be that the solution for how to keep your life in balance and how to get on a new pathway to create more security and happiness for yourself, it may be that the way you do that is you just leave this workplace thing behind, you leave some social relationships in your life, you leave a romantic partnership behind, you cut like a difficult family member out of your life. Like if there's someone in your family or your friendships, even if they're like, or they were your best friend or your mother or something, if you know that they've been actively working against you for years and they just don't have your best interest at heart and you just can't trust them, this may be the month where you have to make a really difficult, painful decision to be like, look, I'm sorry, there's just no room for you in my life, and you may have to physically move out of your home to make that happen. Yeah, weeping willow, family sorrow. There's something here it's dysfunctional. It's creating a lot of pain for you, and the way that you take back your power is you refuse to be part of it. And if you work with people in your family, if they're the people that you work with, this may be doubly painful because you may have to find a new job and a new home, but there's definitely some real dysfunction here. And the advice is that you move away from this. Position of authority, exactly. The person that may be working against you may be your boss, but I also see this card as like you need to take your power back. And the way that you do that is by you setting boundaries, you moving the hell out of this energy if you need to. Sun, yes, happiness and well-being, exactly. That is the promise. There's so much divine protection for you guys, but you're gonna have to make some big ass bold changes this month, and it is gonna disappoint some people, and there may even be temporary backlash. It's like that may be why this outcome energy for the end of this month is things are still hard work, people aren't apologizing, because it may be, it takes another month or so for this beautiful energy to come in and things to stabilize. When you make changes, right, in your life, like huge changes, it takes a while to regain your stability after making those changes, to be confident in your new role, be confident in your new hometown or your new house, or to build new friendships if you've cut other people out of your life. But happiness is almost guaranteed. I really want to say that if you take this action and you take this advice and you make some really bold changes and you cut some people out and you move on, happiness is pretty much guaranteed for you guys. It just may be, there may be just a difficult void of maybe a month or a couple of months where it's just that icky transition state. But happiness is here. So reclaim your power, guys. Can't wait to see how this plays out for you. And I'll speak to you again next month. Okay, bye.